to the Podsack Podcast.
More like
boy.
podcast. Good morning.
Good morning. Yeah, we have changed our recording
It
schedule.
is quite early.
But nobody cares. They just want to watch the video.
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter what we tell them. It won't matter.
It's like
they're just like, get the video up so we can watch your shitty
It's like
podcast.
that kid from Shrek that's like, do the roar.
Yeah.
Yep.
We
Post the video.
we used to record on Mondays, but it's been
Like you never know that we recorded on Mondays.
But now we're recording.
We used to
Saturdays.
record later in the day, but now it's like very early.
Yeah, we're trying to keep it early and try to get it banged out on Saturdays. So
I'm so tired.
I don't know.
I woke up a little late this morning. I was like, oh fuck, it's 7:25, so I hit the shower.
Yeah.
Oh, damn, you like had to kind of. That's so funny. Last night,
And then I got a missed call from him. I was like, oh, he's already here. He said 7:30.
Yep.
you just swore.
Oh, shit.
It's okay, it's too early. It's
Too early. It's too
Pat,
early.
Pat, figure it out.
Can't figure it out.
But yeah, no, like,
Here either. So
I was heading to bed last night, and I'm like, I don't want to wake up at super early. Stupid. I was watching TV last night, and Gana texted me at like 10:30, and she's like, "Shouldn't you be in bed? You should be up early." I was like, I don't want to. Stupid. That's stupid. I don't want to be up
you're a
early.
13-year-old boy.
Yeah, I was like,
Stay home and play video games.
video games, man.
Yeah.
It's dumb.
Well, now that I've been waking up early to get to work, it's not as bad.
Yeah.
It's just getting to sleep on time is
You'll get
the rough
to
part,
it.
yeah.
You'll get to it. It takes a few weeks, but once you're like in that groove, you'll just start passing out. Like I pass out sometimes at 8:30.
Yeah.
Like I can't.
I've done that like
Yeah.
a few times.
Like,
Yeah.
10:30 is now when I hit the bed.
Yeah.
Although last night was like kind of late. It was 12:30. 12:30 I'm saying is fucking late. Like that's ridiculous.
That's early.
God damn.
That used to be early for you.
Yeah, man.
Now you have an actual early schedule.
Yeah, straight up.
Now you know how I feel.
It's crazy.
You'll get to the point where your like internal clock is just set at a certain time. So even on the weekend, it'll be like 8:39, and you'll just be like, "Well, now I'm up. That's what I do with my life."
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Because that's how I am.
I woke up at 6 this morning.
I woke up at 6:30, and I was like, "Oh, I'm late." And I checked my phone, and I was like, "Damn it! Now I'm up. Shit! I have to lay here and think about my life."
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, we are back. We are back. How were you guys' weeks? It's been a little while since we recorded because since the scheduling change, we missed basically 1 week.
Yeah.
But there's been a lot going on.
We've also been late, like posting the videos up too, and I think we're all caught up now, except for the audio thing that we kind of had screwed up.
Yeah.
Basically,
Yeah.
but
Pat hasn't told me that it's done. I don't know if it is.
well, he's probably dying.
That's
He's
true.
dying.
Yeah.
He's dying.
I'm gonna hit him like, "Where is it, man?"
Pat's not here. He's getting a colonoscopy.
Yeah.
He also has heart transplants. So we're praying for you, Pat. Hopefully you're here next week.
And he's just out of commission.
Yeah, he's just-
we recorded last week, and the video got screwed up because I forgot to take off my Apple Watch. When we went to go clap, it paused the whole video, and we didn't realize it till like 30 minutes in.
Yeah.
I was like, wait a second, check the camera.
Yeah. But now we are good. We are rolling, and we are set for this week.
Yes.
But I've had a pretty eventful week.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had a lot happen.
Yeah.
Sound like your whole life has changed.
Yeah, no, dude, I had a prostate exam.
Oh yeah, right.
That was not fun.
Are you being serious?
I forgot you mentioned.
No way.
Wait, when did you get a prostate exam?
Oh no, that's where I think
Like you're way too young to be getting a prostate exam.
Yeah,
apparently you don't need to get one until you're like 40 now.
No, I had bloody stool.
Oh.
Yeah, so like I had to get my ass checked. That's another reason I got blood work
That
after
spike
this.
peg
so
that Jane used was a bit too hard.
a
huh?
little bit too big.
So too sharp?
You know, I told her like,
How old are you?
jumping
Why do you have
from
that?
6 inches to 12 inches is a big jump, and I
Yeah.
told her like we can't be like we need to get the middle ground of like an 8-inch dildo before I'm ready.
You said 8, and she's like, "We're going 12." Bitch.
Yeah, exactly, dude. It was pretty hefty. Had some girth to it.
I can imagine being 12 inches. It should.
No, but I did have bloody stool, so now I gotta
Damn.
go and get some blood work done, some fun stuff.
Damn.
They're doing some ultrasounds and stuff too. Make sure your guts are all good.
You know, it's actually been. I think it was just internal hemorrhoids. So
That makes sense.
Wasn't too bad.
With the way you lift, this makes sense.
Yeah, well, I have no idea
Honestly,
All the dots connected.
Honestly,
yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, but it went away pretty quick. It wasn't too bad. And
Was there any like?
so your poo is back to normal?
yes, it is.
Was there any context leading up to it, or did it just like randomly happen?
It kind of randomly happened, but it was happening for like it wasn't worrying at first because it was minor. I thought it was just like a little, you get
How long you sit on the toilet for, Lou, just scrolling through your phone?
Oh, it depends on the time.
Yes. So it kind of plays into that too a little bit.
Yeah, it depends on the time. Like if it's night, like if it's before bed, maybe like 20 minutes. But then,
And you're not doing anything else. You just scroll on your phone, sit on the toilet.
yeah, I usually watch anime or scroll through Instagram reels.
Just go to bed.
My life, doing very good.
I have told you time and time again, don't lift heavy, and now it's caught up to you.
I've like since like
It's lifting heavy and the intensity he does it at. That's what it is, realistically.
yeah, it's probably
Because you've texted me, oh, I've been in the gym for like 2 hours. I'm like, why the fuck are you at the
You
gym for
don't
2
need to
hours?
be in the gym for 2 hours unless you're looking to
I go for like 45 minutes to an hour.
Yeah.
That's it.
2 hours is
like-
too much time, dude.
I like
This is why you
lifting
say
for like 2 hours.
When you say I don't have time, 2 hours in a gym is way too much
Just
time.
say you don't like being at home.
It's about an hour and a half. It's 2 hours total time with
Even then,
with
bro,
my like
still a long time in the gym.
an hour and a half isn't too long considering I do 15 minutes of stretching beforehand. I do 15 minutes of stretching prep
go
and then
home
about
and
an
do
hour
your
15
stretching.
of
You could.
yeah no, but I do like active stretching, so and like active movements.
Go for a walk.
So I do like I'll prep myself for each gym day, doing push-ups, pull-ups.
You
like
know, you
just
stop at a
basic
red light
stuff.
before you get to the gym to like stretch your arms and shit while you got a red
Yeah,
light.
you gotta do like.
Have you ever like walked to the gym from your place?
No, it's like 10 to 15. It's probably about a 15-minute walk.
That's not that bad though.
It's not horrible, but
like
at
in
the
the
same time,
summertime, that'd be a great walk to
at
get
the same
there.
time, I go at so late. Like I don't get home until 5:30. So
No, okay, sorry, I meant like on the weekends.
yeah, on the weekends I probably could, but again, I'm strapped for time. It's like I have other things I have to do, so I don't really get that. I don't. That would turn my 2
Maybe
hour
don't
gym
spend
time
2 hours
into
in the gym.
longer. Yeah, maybe I probably could, but I'm also limiting cardio because I want to gain weight.
Because like I'll be honest with you, like 2 hours in the gym time is you prepping for like some sort of bodybuilding competition.
I would be a
Realistically,
bodybuilder.
those dudes like spend multiple hours in the gym just to get freaking jacked.
Oh
as
yeah,
shit.
no,
They will
they're all on PEDs
work out
too.
for an hour and then pose for an hour.
Well, yeah, half of those dudes are on major PEDs if you're training that hard. But I do maybe 3-4 days a week for the gym, and yeah, about 2 hours in the gym. But I take my time between sets too. Like I'm not constantly just going. Like it's not like 1 minute rest. I do like 2 to 3 minute rests because I do lift a little bit heavier. But yeah,
Hence your internal hemorrhoids.
yeah. Hence those internal.
I'm always gonna bring that up now.
And then my phone died. Well, my camera, flash, and Face ID is not working anymore. And Apple, I hate you. I hate you so much. I've had my phone for 2 years, and this shit happens.
Yeah, that's kind of crazy.
What?
That his phone just like bugged out on him.
Yeah. I went to Apple. I went to a bunch of places. Apple, your shit.
Do you keep it in like a plastic bag at work?
Do I keep it in a plastic bag?
Just answer the question.
No.
Okay. Well, when I was in construction, I did because of like all the dust and the silica dust. I just thought maybe that could be a reason why.
Maybe they said.
Because I have heard of that happening.
Well, the day it happened, we were working in a pool area, and it was one of those super hot days last week.
Yeah.
And there's no ventilation in the pool, which is great. So it's just a humid glass box. And they said it was something to do with water damage. So I'm thinking,
Interesting.
connect the dots. It was probably that, but at the same time,
Just taking some rice.
I was like, well, I think it shorted. I think it shorted something inside, and I don't know if it's gonna work. And honestly, I couldn't really care.
You
it
gonna
is
wait
what
for
it
that
is.
16?
I am gonna wait for that 16.
Oh,
That's
Yeah.
fair.
Yeah, gonna wait for the 16, and then hopefully get that, and then go from there.
nice.
Yeah. How about y'all?
So internal hemorrhoids, phone busted,
Blood work today.
blood work today.
Yep.
Damn.
It's been a good week. Oh, foot cramp. I got a major foot cramp that has lasted a whole week.
Oh yeah, that too.
Yeah, I had that, dude. So I'm
What?
dying. I'm dying.
How's your dick hemorrhoids, dude?
Oh, I mean, I'm going to blood work after him.
Yeah.
Same doctor.
Same
We're
doctor.
going to pass by each other, high five, and walk in the same room.
Yep. Yeah, how are your guys' weeks?
I mean, mine's been fine compared to yours.
Yeah, mine's just a disaster.
Yeah,
Great.
I'm chilling, man.
Are you kind of like getting into the whole groove of things at work now?
Sort of. Yeah. Sort of. Yeah.
Okay,
It's,
okay.
I mean, the managerial aspect is still there. Like that. I feel like that hasn't changed. So my role in that is still pretty much the same from like leaving a retail space. It's just now figuring out exactly what my job is with this company, and I think I understand that a lot better now. So
Nice.
yeah. It's just now we got to figure out like how the reporting works and that stuff. And
Do you have an office?
Yeah.
Oh, that's sick.
Yeah.
That's
Got a great view too.
That's so cool.
Like it like looks out over the ocean towards like these other buildings and stuff in the mountains. I'm like,
wow.
Yeah.
Mr. Important.
it's pretty cool. It's
pretty dope.
It's pretty cool.
That's pretty dope.
Yeah, so that's pretty much it. Because like the reporting part is the confusing part, and learning all the freaking codes that they use is also like.
I assume that they're just numbers at the wazoo.
Yeah.
No, for sure.
Like there's a 507 with 302. I was like, what? I was like, what did you say to me?
Yep.
Layman terms.
That didn't make any sense.
Come on.
They gave me a cheat sheet though. So
Okay, good.
Nice.
They also gave me a map of like the office, so I know who's where because everybody's assigned.
He's just like,
Literally, that's what it was.
Jenny? Yeah, okay, good.
I stopped in front of
Bingo, anyone?
I stopped in front of one of the offices, and she was like, "Lost, huh?" I was like, "Yep." I was like, she just started laughing.
First time here? You're like, yeah.
Just started laughing. I was like, "Yeah, it's okay. Laugh at me. I'm a fool right now." Good God. Yeah. No, it's been good though. Like other than that, like I still got that weird thing going on with like my shoulder.
Back, your shoulder.
Yeah, like I don't understand. Like even when I cough,
You guys can't die on me, okay?
it hurts. Please, so bad. Just replace this, bro. It's okay.
I can't.
We're gonna die. We're gonna be dead soon.
I don't want to hang with paddles.
No, that would
Bring your kid on the show. Diddy!
Hang with him, I think.
Diddy! Podcast!
You know what? Ryan Toys review too. It's
Yeah.
I probably could, yeah.
Just do coke in the back while he's reviewing.
Wait, what? Is that what the dad does?
do a couple lines. Come on.
There have been, I don't know, man. I'm just,
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
I
I thought like
every child actor has some sort of druggy parent, I'm pretty sure, man. Like, it's
oh,
a thing.
I see. Yeah. I mean, these days.
I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we have some stuff to talk about this week. We got some anime stuff. Lots of anime stuff because we missed a lot of last week. So we had 2 episodes of Kaiju
Yeah.
that we got to go over.
A couple episodes of Demon Slayer.
One episode.
Is it just one?
Yeah, because tomorrow is the next one because now Saturday's, right? So yeah, we only have that last episode, the Muzan episode, which we'll talk
And the
about.
Mihiro.
Yes.
Maharo.
Mahiro. And we also have My Hero.
My Hero Academia, which I did watch.
Yeah?
I did.
Nice.
Yeah.
It's pretty lame, right?
I mean, I thought it was good.
It was pretty dope.
It was a good episode.
Which one do you guys want to start with?
My
Start
Hero.
with My Hero, because that shit was sick.
My Hero. Let's start with it. We just watched the episode.
I was saying to
Shoto and
Coop,
Dabi.
like so when I read that part, like it was a very cool scene, but to see it animated and just to see how kind of sociopathic Dabi is, I was like, whoa.
Dude,
I was like, okay, this is crazy.
The way they're painting the villains in this arc is so demonic, and I love it because it really shows that darkness that we haven't seen a lot of other than maybe All for One. All for One was kind of,
But you can tell that
Shigaraki, and you could tell that they were evil, but I feel like you really feel it in these last few episodes. With,
yeah, like
oh God,
you can tell that Dabi is clearly a broken person.
completely.
Like
He's been a broken person since like childhood.
exactly.
oh yeah, but like
Like from him not being able to control his flames because it's burning, like it burns him and it hurts him, and his dad
Yeah.
is like, I don't want this to happen to you. Like you're gonna stop training. He didn't go about it in the best way, but he clearly cared about his kid to be like, you're not doing this anymore. I
in
don't
an
want.
abusive father way.
Yeah, pretty much.
Endeavor, let's be honest, Endeavor was a very abusive father.
Fair, but at the same time, like if Dabi wasn't burning himself, he would have continued his training. Let's be real.
Oh yeah, no,
right?
no, no, no.
But
I mean-
because he was hurting himself, he didn't want his child to continue hurting himself for the sake of pleasing him. Like he didn't want
yeah,
that.
no.
Like there is a level of love to it, but I
Yeah.
think it was a level of kind of abuse.
I need you to get better, but don't,
Yeah, exactly.
yeah, right.
Exactly. So
he rode the line of like hard ass and like dad.
Yeah.
And, like
LeBron James and his kid now being on the same team. It's like, get better.
I'll see you later at home.
Fuck
I
bench.
mean, Bronny, yeah.
Can you imagine that?
Bronny ain't that great.
Your bench, you dad.
But yeah, Dabi's the fire animation
On the court.
The fire animation that they used in this episode was phenomenal.
Yeah.
It was next level.
Okay, so I was
Some
a
would say
little...
it was lit.
It was lit. Fire. It was fire, lit, hot.
It was cool.
Hot dog.
It was cool. I will say I was expecting a little bit more like firefighting and like ice firefighting. You know what I mean? It was more just them getting
I love you.
Yeah, it was literally that. It was more just them getting their feelings out and then Shoto being like, this is my ultimate power. Cold fire is what that was.
Yeah.
That's the episode. That's it. That's
Literally, like,
You're not wrong.
yeah.
In terms of substance, like there was not a lot of action.
Yeah.
As much as there was intense moments.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah.
But it was still really cool. I will say that.
Cool.
Yeah. He was chilling. The whole thing from beginning to end and just the way it actually ended, his whole flash fire thing was it was a touching moment for that family.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like I personally think that since Shoto has both fire and ice, I think at this point he's established that like he's stronger with his ice than his fire. And I could be.
So I think he's accepted.
I think he trained his. He wanted to train his ice more, maybe in resentment of his father during most of this anime.
Yeah.
And he kind of pushed his fire away, which we saw earlier, like earlier on in the seasons. But now he's come to kind of
the culmination of both.
The culmination where he's like, you know what, I can use both of these things. And they can both be mine without having to submit to my father's dream.
Yeah, it truly is his own power now.
Yeah, I think like he was using his ice a lot more, but then when him, Deku, and Bakugo got to go under Endeavor, he realized that I can use my fire, and then at this point he's like, what if I use
Deku
both?
was the one that made him realize that he could be using his fire.
And that was in like the first.
That was like
couple seasons.
That was during the school tournament.
Yeah. That was a cool scene. By the way,
it's still a really good
with
animated
the callbacks.
scene.
Yeah, they did a lot of great callbacks in this episode. A lot of great moments in this episode. I feel like even though there wasn't a lot of action, the intensity of the emotional aspect of it really came to the forefront and carried this through. I'm not necessarily mad that there wasn't a lot of action. I would have liked to see it, but at the same time, I can see why they took this route with this fight in particular, because there is just a lot of emotion involved. Right? Brother on brother, family issues, all this stuff, and we get to see it kind of play out in that way. So I enjoyed it quite a bit, but I see where you're coming from completely. I would have loved to see just
a little bit more. Yeah, just a little
hand.
Like
show me the stupid blue fire versus red fire blast.
Yeah, man. Like the man, it would have been another. It would have been fuck. It would have been an Avatar moment.
It would have been an Avatar moment.
It would have been an Avatar moment. That's what. Yeah.
100%.
I did like the part where I think Shoto knocked
Zuko versus Zula.
Yeah. Oh yes.
Yeah.
Versus Zula.
Where Shoto knocked back Dabi, and then Dabi was like getting prepared to pounce, and like he was like heating the ground and just like melting it around him. I was like, okay, that's cool. And then how at the end where Shoto did his thing, and he punched him, and then just like a bloom of ice. And I was like, that was really cool.
It was.
You know, I like Dabi's character and his like. Okay, so I've always advocated like bad guys don't always need a tragic backstory. I really don't think they do.
No.
I feel like it's not necessary all the time.
Yep.
But if I were to compare like Dabi's backstory compared to Shigaraki's, I like Dabi's way more than Shigaraki's.
I agree.
Yeah.
I think
Shigaraki's just a bitch. He really is just a bitch. Like, that dude
I'm with you.
is a little whiny mother. Like, I swear to God. Oh my God, I killed my dog. Shut up. You got crazy powers. Reel it back, buddy. Reel it back.
Hey, reel it in, brother. You know what I mean?
Like, my God, dude.
No, his story is very complex and very all over the place, but at the same time...
His dad wanted him to be normal, whereas Endeavor was pushing Dabi to be like, be a better hero, but oh shit, actually you're hitting yourself, never mind, I love you.
His parents kind of hated him, in a sense, right? His parents hated the fact that his abilities were what they were. They didn't want him to...
No, so his abilities didn't really manifest. His dad didn't want anybody doing hero shit. That's what it was. His dad didn't like heroes, hated his mom, but they always picked on him because that's what he wanted to do. And the parents wouldn't like, the mom and the grandparents wouldn't say anything against the dad.
And we're talking about Shigaraki. Okay.
No, sorry, I was thinking of the moment when his powers came to fruition, and
that's when it went to shit because he like crumbled his dog, crumbled his sister, crumbled his mom, and then like everybody just
he just killed everyone. So I mean, to be fair, that is really traumatic for a kid to go through. So I can see why Shigaraki is the way he is, considering like it's a well-crafted story. His storyline is well-crafted, but I see where you're coming from. Dabi's is more relatable. It's a much more because the family issues between the brother on brother, the father issues, all of these stories that we've been seeing with their family have really brought that. It's a much more relatable story when it comes to an anime. Whereas Shigaraki's is like, okay, he just killed everyone. That's not relatable in any sense, right? So I can see where that emotional engagement comes from. Right.
Yeah.
So I think it was a good episode. I think it was a good episode. I'm really looking forward to the next
whole one. White Dabi with blue flames is sick, man.
That shit. His drip was unreal.
His drip was next level, dude.
Funko Pop and a statue, I want it.
The statue better be like just sick as hell.
It's gotta be dope.
It's gotta be fire.
Literally.
Like a nice $100 statue with just flames coming around him, like
him engulfed,
maniacally laughing.
Yeah.
You know that's gonna be like Funko's gonna look at that episode and be like, that's gonna be a pop moment.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Oh, you think Funko's gonna do the chase variants, the white and the regular?
Maybe
is like his OG.
And they're also gonna do a pop moment where like they're at that ending scene. They're all 100%. They're gonna do that.
Just make the Dabi chase like metallic.
I'm more.
Or transparent, or just like translucent.
It's gonna be a translucent glow in the dark.
Thank you.
That's really cool.
And I will pay.
I will pay.
I will pay.
Straight up, man. It's crazy.
All right, you want to move on to Demon Slayer?
Demon Slayer. Michael Jackson walked in at the end.
Jackson.
I was saying
that was an epic Michael Jackson.
I was saying the amount of
I swear to God,
I've seen.
It wasn't necessary.
I swear to God, he's done that on stage in real life. I swear he's entered at some point on stage in real life in the same suit.
It was a 30-minute episode.
Yeah.
With like it was probably like 3 to 4 minutes of Muzan walking.
Just walking. Daddy, are you okay? Like, just
bro, the edits I've seen are unreal.
You don't need that. That was unnecessary. I get it.
This generation of kids will know who Michael Jackson is because of that.
That's true.
It's gonna be sick.
Demon Slayer is gonna make Michael
really
Jackson
should have had like Thriller going on in the back.
See, that would have been so
Billie Jean.
Billie Jean.
The one that I've seen is Smooth Criminal.
Oh, Smooth Criminal would have been good. Smooth Criminal would have been good. It was a good episode. Nothing crazy, I feel like, other than the Muzan walkout. That was like...
Is it walk out, or is he walking into the...
Well, he walked out... Like, he walked into the... it was like a whole walk from, like, the start of a forest.
It was him entering the home.
Yeah. It was
it
was 3 minutes of him walking across, like, probably maybe 25 feet of area. Yeah. And it was just slow-mo walking. That's all it was.
Yeah, like, I've seen the clips of him, like, doing the whole walk in, and I'm like, this could have been like one take.
That was the hardest animation Ufotable has ever done.
Yeah, it really was. It was so unnecessary.
It was
to
crispy.
make the walk.
It was smooth.
Yeah, the smoke effect.
Didn't like his aura ripple off his jacket?
Yeah.
I was like, this is very detailed.
Oh yeah, no, they put
If
a lot of
Michael
money
Jackson
into
were
that.
alive today, he's like, we're gonna do that.
Oh yeah.
100%. He's like,
yeah.
guys,
we're doing this.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. No, it was.
I feel like they would have consulted him too.
Oh, easy.
Yeah.
Easy for sure.
I'm not gonna lie, it kind of overshadowed the rest of the episode. The rest
Yeah,
of the episode was
it really
kinda just
did.
like whatever. It's kind of just what exactly he pushed the boulder. He moved. Tanjiro
We learned
moved on.
about Guillaume's. Is it Guillaume?
Backstory?
Gyu? No, it's Guillaume, right?
Gyu.
You, if I'm not mistaken, the water and the wind fire, right?
Yeah. Okay, that's the
Yeah,
one.
yeah.
So it's Guillaume. It's Guillaume. The Earth Hashira's backstory,
Yes.
Yeah.
which was really sad.
That was a sad moment.
Yeah.
That was a brain fart for all of us for a second.
Honestly, yeah, that was a brain fart. But yeah, that story was really.
He
really
ran an
heartfelt.
orphanage, correct?
He did.
Yeah, okay,
Yep.
yeah,
He
yeah,
helped
yeah.
those kids, and
Yeah.
he was trying to keep them safe, but they didn't want to listen to him, which was, I mean, fair. Like, you wouldn't expect a blind dude to save you,
No, of
Right?
course, right?
but he really wanted to, and then he shredded that demon's face apart with his bare hands. He didn't need no sword.
He's the character where like he doesn't want to fight, but if he fights, you're dead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Easy. That's
He's
the best
pulling
way.
back at all times, but the moment he lets out, it's over.
He was a dangerous man.
He was, yeah,
dangerous,
yeah.
man.
Even though he may be blind and you're like, oh, you can't see, he will find you, and if he gets a hold of you, you consider yourself dead.
Gandhi and prime Mike Tyson's love child.
Yes.
That's exactly-
100%.
that's
That's
exactly
a
what
good
it
way
is.
of putting it.
Who?
Yeah.
Gandhi and Mike
Tyson.
Tyson's love child.
Oh,
Mike
yeah.
Tyson in his prime's love child.
Oh, yeah.
You make a love child of those two people, that's exactly
Yeah,
what
he is a demon in skin.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
What he did to that demon is what Mike Tyson said to that reporter. He's like, I'll fuck you till you love me.
Yeah, basically.
I remember that.
Yeah, basically.
Dude, that line still cracks me up every
Oh,
time.
it's one of the greatest.
If I ever get in a fight, that's what I'm saying. Straight up.
Oh yeah, that was a wild moment.
Shit. Yeah, no, it was a good episode, man. This is literally what the Hashira training arc is about, and what we're going to see in Infinity Castle is a little bit more of that too with some of the other ones.
Yeah. So you guys, I know you guys have read it, and I haven't. The next episode, are we speculating that it's going to basically intro in the Infinity Castle
Yes.
arc? So that's what it is. It's basically we're gonna get an extended intro, an ending and an intro into
I believe so.
the ending of Hashira.
yeah.
The way that I think it's gonna play out is that like the first half might be like the end, and then you know the part in the very beginning of the Hashira training when they jump over the roof and they're like falling into it.
Yeah.
I feel like at some point in some manner it's gonna be the Hashira team plus Tanjiro and his team, and they're gonna be somehow brought into the Infinity Castle, and they'll be falling, and then all be split apart, and then it'll start.
I think there is going to be like 5-10 minutes of Muzan and
The guy who's dying,
yeah, I can't remember his name now.
the guy who's like sick.
Oh yes, the head basically.
Yeah,
the
like
head-
there's going to be
the
5 to
demon
10 minutes of them just
There is, if I'm
Talking
not,
out.
if I'm not
Yeah.
mistaken. But yeah, I think that's how it's gonna happen. Is they'll all be like transported into the castle and then be split,
Be interesting.
because like Muzan clearly won't have them all together because they'll just roll everything.
Yeah.
Right. So like, but if you separate them, you might have a better chance of kind of picking them off one by one. Because Muzan, if I'm not mistaken, still has the upper six, or like most of his uppers.
Yeah, I believe it's
Well,
isn't it
no.
upper 4.
the Gyutaro is gone.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
He was 6.
He was the bottom barrel of the upper moon.
Yeah, okay, yeah,
And
yeah.
then you got the pot dude, and then the hero guy, as well. That the hero demon dude that was like, "Oh, I'm a hero," blah blah blah.
Oh yeah.
Those 3 are gone.
Yeah.
So there's only 3 left, I think. There's
There's okay.
Eye
Yeah.
lady, eyeball lady,
No, I don't think she's an upper.
isn't she?
Akaza. There's that pretty boy dude.
Yeah, and then boxing guy.
Yeah, that's Akaza.
Oh, pardon me.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, and then number 1.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
That one, he's the big one. That's
really
the one that
is.
we're all waiting for. That's the one we're all waiting for.
Oh, not to mention, actually, we completely skipped it. They have confirmed this next arc is a 3-movie thing.
Wait, what?
Yeah, they're breaking.
Have you not seen it?
No.
Oh my god, actually?
This is now the trend that anime is going towards.
So the next arc is going to be split into 3 films. Yeah. And if I'm not, I want to go on record and say either me or him said this.
This is the trend that anime is going towards. I'm pretty sure we've said this before.
Yeah.
Like, any major arc that's supposed to be like big or finishing, I think they're just going to turn it into a movie now because it makes the money.
Honestly, though,
Fair.
It makes them a shit ton of money.
With this arc being 3 films,
but it's got to be big, big. You know, like
The thing-
I don't think like Windbreakers would be able to pull something like that off. You know?
Yeah, you're talking about in animation, animation quality.
No, I'm talking about being able to turn it into a movie and make a profit.
Yeah, I can see that.
Like Haiku did it. They surprisingly
Haiku did it.
Surprisingly did in the West with and they're not as big as a following, but they were still able to do it.
Yeah, very, very true. Well, I mean, just from having such a phenomenal
question
film.
for you though, because you don't know, do you think now that they've made it, confirmed it's a 3-part film, they'll add more things, like more original things, just to kind of extend it?
Would they?
Yeah,
That's my question.
I don't think they could, man.
I mean, if the films are probably an hour 20, which is usually hour 20 is usually a runtime of a film. Now they could flop this. I do want to bring that up. They could flop.
That'd be
this
a huge
completely,
elbow.
considering the last.
Because the Infinity arc is a pretty big arc with just fighting and backstory stuff.
It's a pivotal moment for the story.
The last 2 films, I want you guys to remember from Demon Slayer, were hot dog shit.
Yeah, because they were just the opening sequences of a freaking season.
Yeah. So,
I'd say the only
you
one
think
I
they're
enjoyed
gonna
was maybe like the train one. And
That's the only one I think everybody enjoyed.
Yeah.
Well,
honestly.
Mugen Train, the difference was that was entirely new. Everything in there was entirely new. It wasn't repackaged content.
Correct.
So
If I'm not mistaken-
next 2 films.
Wait, what do you mean by that?
So Mugen Train was basically like its entirety was like a 4 parts of an episode that were all brand new.
Okay.
Whereas the last two movies had the previous 2 episodes or episode of the prior season repackaged into the movie, which wasn't really a movie.
last 2
So
episodes,
that's
of
what I'm
season
saying.
2, and then the season 3.
Yeah,
missed
like
one.
the Mugen Train arc was literally the entirety of what that was.
Yeah, it was the entirety of what that was.
Yeah, like even in the manga from like beginning to end, it was basically like that.
Yeah.
Realistically, so
It was packaged very well.
yeah.
Right?
The only things they cut out were like the beginning. Where they introduced Rengoku
Yes.
against that other speed demon dude, and that was it.
Yeah.
Those are the only new things that they took from the manga to put in, but the movie just cut that out. I was like, this is really the part that matters.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And I think that was the best way to do it. Like if they do a Mugen Train, I'm happy. But if they do the last 2 films, if they do something where they take the last 2 episodes, these last 2 episodes of the Hashira training arc, or maybe even just the last episode because it's 40 minutes, and throw it in there and then bundle in 30 minutes of new content,
In the Infinity?
I'm out.
Yeah.
I'm not watching.
No.
I refuse.
Because the Infinity Castle arc is significant.
Yeah.
And it makes me worried that they will cut parts out
I know.
to fit that movie spectrum.
I know.
Like, it better be 2.5 hours so we get everything. It can't be an hour and a half, dude.
No, it really can't.
It can't. Like, unless they're going to do the thing they did with Mugen Train and then re-release it with those filler episodes to give it more context that people missed out on.
And that's what I would like them to do. I want them to take from Mugen Train and really not take from the last 2 films, because we all know that those were hot dog shit.
Yeah.
And they're not worth watching. So you saying that I'm iffy now on those films.
I thought you would have seen that.
No, I haven't had my ear to the ground in
That's fair.
anime for the last week. I've just been a bit busy, but
My only thing is I want to echo again, which I think I've said, what Sheldon has said. The lore we get of the last 3 upper moon demons.
Like it can't be skipped over.
It cannot be,
and they can't shorten it. Like there is significant stuff to their stories.
Yes, and
significant.
Like we've said this before at some point, or me personally, when I was reading the manga, when I learned about the lore of both the demon and the Hashira, at some point I was like, I don't know who I want to die. I want them both to live, because talking about tragic backstories, it's like, whew, like we are gonna get some lore drop that will make you consider, like,
this is why in JJK I want the villains to win. I feel
I'm so curious.
I feel like they deserve it at this point. they deserve to win.
But I digress. What Sheldon said.
Fucking Garo from One Punch Man, motherfucker. Yeah, that's exactly who you are. I want the villains to win once in a while.
Yeah, man. Like, no, when we get to that point in JJK, I think you'll agree with me.
I probably will.
I feel like you guys will agree with me.
I'm really looking forward to JJK. I just really hope that they take the time for it. I hope Mappa doesn't flub it again. But yeah, in terms of Demon Slayer, I mean, it's the same thing. I'm really hopeful. And at the same time, I'm nervous because of their prior movies.
Just
that's the only reason.
Don't skip any backstory and don't rush this, and you'll win.
Yeah, exactly. Take your time with it. Don't act like you need to be releasing these like crazy. Like, I mean, they can probably get one done every year and a half. I feel like, and that would be
I don't want these all three to come out in like back to back to back. Like, take your time.
Take your time.
I don't care.
Yeah. Yeah,
I think they will take their time. I think the worry is the kind of the content that's going to be inside.
Yeah,
like, are we going to skip?
You tell them.
Yeah. Hey, man, what was that for? Jesus.
Hey,
you tell them. Hey, bitch.
So yeah,
I'm sensitive.
I feel like we're all pretty unanimous. I think the Hashira trading arc, honestly, being mainly filler, wasn't actually that bad.
It's supposed to give the viewer / reader this false sense of hope before shit goes to shit. Literally.
Hey, you know what?
Literally. Like, hey guys, we're training, we're gonna be stronger, we're gonna fight those demons, and we'll come out on top.
This is literally
this isn't Dragon Ball. There ain't no training's gonna save their asses. They're gonna die, son.
This is literally like
over.
They are not dying, okay? They're just gonna collect the Dragon Balls, go to Shenron, and then revive him again.
This is like, hey, my boy's been training. You better watch out.
Goku ain't coming to save their ass. Like, it's game over, son.
Yeah.
Friggin'
the false sense of hope is wild.
Gojo ain't gonna be there either to pull your ass out. Like, it ain't happening. It's done. It's done, son. Game over.
All right. Well, we do have Kaiju. We have 2 episodes to go over, but we'll keep them pretty brief. Other than the last one. The last episode was kind of cool, but
Gojo dies.
We see this is post Kafka getting taken in for being found out as a Kaiju. And
Kafka saved the 3rd division and pretty much the entire town.
He ate Kaiju number 9.
He's now Kaiju number 98.
Yeah,
89.
Minus 20, 69. Let's go!
But yeah, he's post fallout of the world kind of, or 3rd division finding out that he's a Kaiju. So now we're in the what's going to happen stage.
Yeah. Like, the 3rd division was like, okay, this is crazy.
Yeah.
But we still like him.
It was super honorable that his entire squad's like, that's still our boy.
Yeah.
Still our boy, right?
Yeah.
One scene that I was like, that's fucking respect is when the truck drove away and then Hoshina told everyone to salute, and then the guy's like, who are you saluting? And then Hoshina's like, oh, the captain, and he's like, good, don't salute a Kaiju, but you knew it was for fucking Kafka. And I was like, respect and a half, dog.
100%. I mean, they all would have been eliminated if he didn't punch that thing out in the air, man.
They'd all be dead.
Yeah.
There would be no 3rd division.
No, not
It'd
at
be
all.
a crater.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So it's there, man, and the whole, now we get to like the general lieutenant coming out and testing this motherfucker. I was like,
Shinomiya.
oh my god, they animated it so good.
They did.
Bro, when he would move and the character would stretch, I was like, that's unreal.
For context, they get into General Shinomiya wants to test Kafka. and see.
He's like,
exactly
if
where
you're a
he is.
human, we'll find out.
Exactly, and that's at the end of episode 11, and then episode 12, which we just watched because it just released this morning, continues on that, and it's basically just, if you think about it, it realistically is one long episode from start to finish. There's no
Like where 11 ends, it's like almost simultaneous where 12 starts.
Exactly. They're really, it doesn't even need to be cut. You could put those two together and it'd be seamless, right?
But in 11, Kafka's on like the middle of, I assume, like a 30-layer shelter,
something along the lines.
right? And the general says, take off his shackles, and then immediately he shoots him.
Yeah.
And then Kafka defends himself with his kaiju armor, and he's like, told you're not a human, and then tells his homies to drop the briefcases, and it's 2 gauntlets that were made from Kaiju number 2, and his suit is also Kaiju number 2.
Yep.
So then
he's basically Kaiju number 2.
So he basically equips those, tells everyone to leave.
I don't know who's got number 1.
That's what I was gonna say. Yeah, I'm very curious to see.
We saw it. We saw the axe. It was the pink hair dude. On it, it said 011. Sorry, 001.
Oh, is that what it said?
Yeah, he has number 1.
Oh, I totally missed
I don't know if you guys saw that. Yeah,
I totally missed
it. Was
that.
it was at the end where he put the giant
the giant blade
thank you, towards Kafka's neck, and like when it zoomed away, it said 001 on it. So he has number 1. But anyway, I digress.
Okay.
So once the captain kind of gets equipped, they just hands are
and
like at first Kafka doesn't know what to do because he's
Kafka's running from him.
Kafka is sprinting
evading.
on him. Yeah.
But
But they're moving like Dragon Ball speed. Like it's fast.
Yeah,
It's fast.
they're just going at each other. Shinomiya almost seems like he's going at him in episode 11 with like bloodthirsty intent.
Yeah.
Like it almost seems like he wants to kill Kafka.
Yeah.
In a sense.
I mean, you also see Kafka kind of like changing.
Oh yeah.
Like, parts of him are like human. It's almost human.
He's losing his humanity.
No, not really. Like
okay.
like the way he was transforming, it was parts of him. Like that we wanted, that you were talking about before.
He slowly transforms into his full suit,
and I think it's because like he's being. As you said,
trying to keep it No, I think he was trying to keep it partial. He didn't want to go full.
He
kaiju.
did.
No,
exactly.
But you've asked for the fact that he hasn't trained, so he could learn to like transform certain parts.
Yeah.
I think now he's being pushed to just get there.
Do it.
Yeah. So like he transformed his arms, and then if I'm not mistaken, his lower half, and then like his jaw down.
Yeah.
And then like at some point he just couldn't hold it back, and he had to just full transform. But that's where.
Didn't he transform when Shimoya like cut his legs off or punched his legs off?
He chopped off his arm, punched off his arm, and then like he tried to sprint away, but he had no legs.
He's like,
and
why am I not moving?
Yeah, and then turned and then like guarded the punch.
He did say that.
Yeah.
He was like, huh?
I'm not moving.
Well, I got legs.
Yeah, and then turned around, guarded the punch, smoke clears, and he's in full kaiju.
Yeah.
But then something happens, and he kind of like loses humanity, or like
he gets pushed to his utmost limit.
Like him in the suit, kind of like lose sync.
He kind of gets he has an
he didn't want to die.
He had an Itadori and Sukuna moment.
Yeah.
I was going to say Naruto and Kurama.
Naruto, Kurama.
Any anime character and their demon.
Yeah, exactly. Where the demon takes over. The kaiju takes over for a brief moment, and he's stuck inside of it. And this is into episode 12 when we find out like...
There's definitely some like AOT inspired...
Yeah, 100%.
I thought that too.
Yeah, when he was inside, being like half like tendrilled and being stuck in there. Yeah, 100%. There was a lot of really cool moments. I think the moment where they full-blown clash with their fists.
Oh, yeah.
And you see the blue and the yellow from Kaiju number 8, Kaiju number 2.
That moment there takes me back to that moment where the little kaiju inside him was like, kill, kaiju, kill.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
like,
so at the end...
I really think it was telling him to kill that kaiju.
That's what I thought.
Against another kaiju.
That's what I thought too, right? Yeah.
Like and this is kind of like a debate that's going online right now where they're like, is he saying kaiju kill? Like, oh, it's a kaiju killer. Now people are going to this like crazy issue, like, maybe Kafka was born to be a kaiju. Like he is a modified human.
Ooh, I want. This is
because the other thing was, how do kaiju communicate? It's not by words. It's by telepathy. But they only communicate with each other. They can't hear, like humans can't hear what they're saying. And when that little bird, the little insect thing was communicating to him, it was through telepathy, and he was like, wait, and he responded to him.
Now, okay,
So that's why people think he's like made to be a kaiju.
Do you think that
cool.
that it's
I'd love
not?
to see that.
Yeah.
Do you think it's not Kafka, but it's that insect is a kaiju killer, and it will infect people and like give them the ability to become like. That little insect was made to kill kaiju, but it
Maybe.
it needs a host.
Maybe, because like at the end of episode 12, the kaiju number 9 was like, we got to bring back that kaiju power. Now, the only thing with that though is, like but with him saying that, I don't think he knows what that power is. It's just I think he's recognizing it as it is a kaiju power, and it should come back to the kaiju power side and not be in the hands of the humans.
Yeah.
Now, what power do you think he's talking about? 2 or 9?
2
or even 10?
8. I think he's talking about 8.
He's definitely talking about 8. He's definitely talking about Kafka.
Oh, okay.
He definitely wants that power because he's one of the strongest kaijus that's been, even daikaijus that's been out.
It could be 2, man. 2 is clearly damn strong.
Clearly damn strong.
And 2 kill his wife.
But at the end of the day, they wouldn't, I don't know if they'd be able to utilize that weaponry.
Who, kaijus?
Yeah, could they utilize because they're specially made, right?
Well, 9 is only getting smarter. So do you think if he hypothetically brought back Kafka, controlled him, he could tap into the power and the ferocity of number 8? Because 9 is only getting smarter the longer he's on Earth, right?
Yes.
Like we saw him playing chess and learning how people move on the jazz. So do you think if he kidnapped 8, his plan is kind of like fucking control his mind and then like tap into the ferocity and use 8 as like a deterrent?
That's definitely where my mind's going with it. But I am curious now because you bringing up the fact that he might have been like almost raised to be. We don't know a lot about Kafka's.
No.
And you reading the manga where you are, nothing. You don't know it.
They haven't revealed it. Honestly, it feels like it's coming to an end, and we haven't got any answers.
Interesting.
Yeah. Because there's some stuff going down, and it's just like, okay, but we still don't know shit. Like, where's the background information that we're supposed to be getting up to this point? They haven't done anything. There's no flashback, like, memory things or diving into, like, kaiju stuff or what. There's nothing, dude. And it's like, people want this information, but they're not giving it to us. It's a whole goddamn...
Nothing about that, like, fly insect thing yet?
Nothing.
Damn.
Nothing. Zero. Zilch. Which I think is actually kind of smart on the writer's part.
How's that make you feel?
Because dude is like, yeah, we're not going to give you shit. My thing is maybe it'll come after. Which will draw the readers in more. You know, which will make him sell his stuff more, which is really goddamn smart. But yeah, there's been nothing.
That's wild.
I'm curious to see where they're gonna take it with the anime, especially because they have a lot more opportunity to add certain things and give us a little bit more backstory where there might not be as much, and tease us a little bit more with kind of more content that we're gonna see. So
well, they have been adding things that me and you had not seen from the manga, so they could for sure add something that we have not seen.
Yeah,
and answer a lot of questions.
Expanded some things this episode, like because when I was going through the manga real quick, that whole like him breaking free and like looking into the mouth, and then like him getting eaten by the little fly dude, like sinking in that fluid and stuff. There's some stuff that was definitely expanded that they were just like quick.
Yeah. It was,
blink and it's gone.
Gone. Same thing with like number 9 at the end.
Yeah,
that wasn't all in there. So I don't know if there was 2 people or what they shown in the manga. I'll just tell you because we're at that point. He molted out of his body.
He did.
That's why that little vacuum sucked up the snakeskin stuff.
Yes. Okay, so there were 2 people in there. Okay.
There was someone in the chair, and then behind the person in the chair was someone else. And I don't know if 9 is in the chair or standing up.
The way he was speaking was making it almost sound like a One Punch Man Monster Association type deal, where there is a group or a small
Because
group
9
of
looked bigger.
people.
He did.
He did.
He did.
So that's-
but isn't that what happens when insects molt? Is the
Insects, reptiles,
they like
Godzilla.
They get bigger.
They get bigger and
Right.
stronger.
They kind of evolve. Like
Nice Godzilla, kaiju.
Yeah, like every time a reptile molts out of their skin, they shed their skin, they become a little bit bigger. Like
Yeah.
this happens with snakes and crocodiles.
yeah.
They get bigger.
Yeah.
They just get bigger. And that's what's happening, which also means Kafka can do it too.
Well, he did.
Well, he got bigger, but he didn't molt.
He didn't molt, but he
Molting
did.
for them is almost like evolving.
Yeah, it's like a full evolution.
It's the IRL evolution.
Yeah.
Instead of like an instant power up, it is a full evolution where
Yeah.
you get full. It's like a full stat bump.
Yeah, so we may see Kafka eventually molt out of that to get stronger.
It's true.
That would be
I don't know how much stronger he could even get.
There
That's
was
crazy.
something I did want to ask. The red.
the red.
I don't know if you guys caught it, but when he went full kaiju.
Oh yeah.
went
I don't know how you could have missed that.
Exactly. Yeah. So it was a pretty big moment where he
Not
does
even
get
that, but like
bigger,
the spikes on his back.
everything.
He grew
He
like
fully became kaiju.
Yeah.
For a moment, right? Where he now has the red power and he's way stronger. So I'm wondering if that is his next evolutionary cycle, where we see him transform and his next stage. I mean, we'll probably see more of it, but is the red stage, and then possibly there is more after that.
So can kaiju like evolve?
He might do.
Well,
a
yeah, I mean,
I feel like he's gonna.
Oh yeah. Sorry. Yeah.
we talked about this.
Yeah.
He's gonna do a Gojo. He's gonna make deep purple. He's gonna go blue, red, deep purple.
Jesus.
Okay, that's what we're getting. That's my hypothesis.
That is my hypotenuse.
So yeah,
Any favorite moments from the fight?
I was gonna ask how you guys felt about the season entirely, because now that we're at the end, like
Oh, fair question. Yeah.
I've loved it. I like they like
it's really good.
despite me not liking how they done the animation style, like the body styles of the characters,
Yep.
which feels
the animation's
like they're
kinda-
too like rounded, they're kind of soft looking.
Sure.
They've done a
They soft.
they've done a really great job.
They have.
They have. Like, there's been no hiccups. There's been no, like, frame rate issues. None of that garbage, and just, like, overall, they've literally captured most of what the manga has thrown down.
Yeah.
And expanded on some parts.
The essence of the manga versus the essence of this anime, I'd say, is almost like bound to bound.
yeah.
It's a really great product as a season. Like so far,
Yeah.
I've really enjoyed it. I'm not gonna say that it's above and beyond my favorite thing or it's my top 10 or anything like that, but it is definitely a good season of anime. I
Yeah.
have no qualms with
None.
with this season.
I was skeptical when it first started, only because, like you, the animation from the manga to the anime, I was like, okay, it seems a bit more cartoonish, but I'll give it the old one too. And now that we're done, I can say I'm glad that I did start it and that it did kind of come to an anime, because it was super good from
Yeah.
front to back. 12 episodes solid.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. 12 episodes solid. I'm
I think
really
they've
looking forward to the next one.
production IG has also shown that you can have really good choreographed fight scenes without losing detail.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like you can have really good animation flow without losing detail.
Animation was steady the entire time.
I did want to see the fights were very dope, but I feel like they were we didn't get many long fights.
No,
If any.
no.
They were all pretty short.
Well, that's kind of like Freerun, though. Freerun didn't
Yes,
have very long fights.
100%.
But they were, for the moment that they showed those fights,
Yes.
they were
But Freerun
spectacular.
is, I wouldn't even say it's not really like this shonen style. It's
It's
a
not.
completely
No,
different
it's not.
style where, yeah, we do get those short fights, but that's not really the substance. That's just the
No,
highlight,
it's not.
right? That's just something to keep you going and to give you just a very nice visual experience. Whereas this anime, like Kaiju or like most shonen, it's really the fights are really the biggest thing. And I just want to see more long fights. At the end, we got General
That was
Shinomiya.
probably the
That
longest
was
fight.
the longest fight because it was.
Next to Captain
Hoshino.
Hoshino, yeah.
I want to say it was about all in all, probably about 12 minutes of fighting. If you counted previous episode into this episode, there's probably 2 minutes, maybe a minute in the last episode.
I think episode 11 was the most for sure. Like that one, was more fighting than.
I guess
Episode 12 was just the cusp of it ending.
Yeah, so we got that fight, but still, I would like to see a little bit more in terms of action when it comes to this anime.
It's coming, baby.
But,
Don't you?
Oh yeah, I'm ready for it.
Oh, dude, like what happens?
Fully ready.
What happens next?
Because this was a very good entry point into this anime. I think so far so good, steady pace, but now I really need to see you kick it up. I need to see you kick it up.
Yeah.
I need to see some crazy stuff happen. That's what I'm looking forward to in the next season.
I think next season, no, I don't think we're going to see anything too crazy yet. It's going to be a build-up. I think next season is a build-up season.
The entirety?
I think so.
Really?
Yeah.
And you know what? That's fine as long as they really build it up. Because so far we don't have a lot of world in this. We have a very narrow scope of what's going on.
What do you mean by like world?
In terms of we know very little about the association so far.
Okay.
We know very little about how like kaijus come to fruition, how they come out. We have very little in
So I'll
terms
tell you
of
right
knowledge
now,
of
in the
that.
manga, they still haven't shown
They still haven't shown off.
No.
And that's perfectly fine, but I
Like,
want
no, sorry, they haven't shown off the fruition of how kaijus come to be.
Yes.
That they haven't shown. But
Yeah.
we will learn about, like in this next season, I'm pretty sure we're going to learn about the other divisions.
Perfect.
And their captains.
That's what I'd love to see. I'd love to see that. And that just gets me more excited.
And some of the training stuff, I think, too.
Cool. I'm very into that.
Yeah.
I would love to see that as a season, and I don't think they necessarily need to go straight into fighting. I just would like to see more.
There's going to be some world. I have a feeling this next season coming will be a world building season. Yeah.
Gotcha.
I'm interested to see because clearly they have kaiju weapons and they have two. They have, they have 1, 2, and I'm wondering.
Vehicles?
Huh?
Vehicles?
No, I'm
Helicopter!
oh yeah, no.
Kaiju motorcycles?
I'm wondering if they have like the rest of like 3, 4, 5, 6, like all of those weapons, and if they've been keeping things under wrap. Like, what are they hiding? Exactly.
I just want to see some Dante style, like Devil May
Devil
Cry
May Cry
stuff,
kind
where
of shit?
like he takes it apart and uses the motorcycle.
that's sick.
That would be pretty dope.
That'd be hella tight, man.
But yeah, so I think that wraps up most of anime.
You had some video game stuff, yeah?
Yes, we have some Nintendo Direct stuff.
Yeah, that happened. I think
This is Andre's segment now.
This is Andre's segment.
we had the Nintendo Direct June 18th.
All the focus is on you.
Oh, the fuck! He's talking. Shut up. Not too many things that I was interested in. I won't go through them all, but some big ones were Mario and Luigi Brothership. If You Care, Among Us is getting a new game mode.
Brothership, I'm interested in though.
Yes,
I thought it was gonna be a remake of Partners in Time.
it's so funny.
I think everybody thought that.
It's so funny because literally the day before was the last time we recorded on Mondays, and we actually talked about Partners in Time. And when I saw the trailer, I was like, "Oh my god, it's a remake of Partners in Time!" And then at the end, I'm like, "Oh, this is literally not what I thought."
It's a whole new thing.
It's a whole new game. I didn't know that you were like into Mario games or like even Switch games at all, because I know that you pre-ordered.
I had a Super Nintendo growing up. That was the only Nintendo system I had until we got a PS2.
I'm being very serious when I say that. Like, I thought you didn't even like Nintendo.
Yeah, no, dude, I do like Nintendo.
Okay.
I have a whole DS collection down there.
I know, but I just have never seen you play your Switch. So I just.
Yeah, it's because the Switch sucks, dude. Like, I ain't gonna lie. Like, I'm sorry. Like, it's not a great system. And
It's
like,
a great system. I enjoy it.
it's okay. Sorry. Okay. I'll take it back. It is a good system. There's no pull, man.
No,
Like, even
and
Fire Emblem,
that's
like,
fair.
Legend of Zelda, it just felt like Skyrim. I'm like, I don't care about this shit. Like, give me something like different, you know?
Do
Like,
you have any like? I
You
know
want a new IP.
yeah.
you're a big Fire Emblem guy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you have like a favorite game? Is it like Engage or is it the Three Houses or? Because like again,
On the Switch, no. Most of it was on the DS.
okay.
Yeah, some of the best ones were on the DS.
Yeah.
You know, I did hear there is a Zelda game coming out.
Yeah. So there's a lot of debate over it. So
Oh, The Legend of Link?
Legend of Link.
Well, yeah, yes, exactly. So we got Legend of Zelda: Echoes of Wisdom, and it's the first game in the entire series where it's literally about Zelda.
This is from a Links to the Past style.
Link's Awakening.
Link's Awakening. That's what it is.
Yeah.
Awakening.
I thought it was a sequel, and then when the thing popped up and we saw it was about Zelda, I was like, oh, and I actually made a whole thing about this. I'm like, I wasn't into it at first, but I want to give it a shot only because it's A, Zelda, and B, I just want to give it the old
most people are going to do that.
Yeah.
I think the game will do well because most people want to give it a shot.
Yeah.
Because they're like, it's always been The Legend of Zelda, but we never get to play as Zelda. It's always this dude named Link.
Yeah.
Now we get to play as Zelda. But
And then-
I feel like this probably shouldn't be the style that they've done it in. I think they should have done the style of Breath of the Wild.
Yeah, right?
I feel like that Zelda would have been a good one to play as.
I do agree, and I heard a point actually that I kind of agree with, though, in terms of that, where it's better if you're gonna bring Zelda into the forefront to bring her into a minor role and not a major role right away to test the waters.
Well, there was a lot of speculation.
That's a fair point.
Yeah, I feel like you
Plus, with this art style that they're doing it in, it'll attract a younger audience
Yes.
too, which would make more sense.
Yes,
Yeah.
and this does make way for them to do a Breath of the Wild, Tears of the Kingdom style Zelda game.
Yeah.
I'd be like, oh, I'm looking for a game for my little girl. Here's your Zelda game.
Perfect.
Bang.
Done.
Perfect.
Easy, right?
And it gets kids into to the idea of it, and it kind of gives a good lead in.
You know, I'll just buy it to support it, just to support it. I ain't even gonna buy. I'm gonna just buy it.
Honestly, I didn't watch any gameplay, but I heard about what kind of the gameplay is a little bit about, and I was kind of interested. The fact that you can kind of like take an...
It's very mechanic heavy.
I never
Yes.
thought he'd be doing a Nintendo thing. To be honest,
I didn't either. This is all new for me.
Well,
I'm so
no,
excited.
I like Nintendo quite a bit, but there just hasn't been, again, like you said, there hasn't been a lot of draw for me personally.
Yeah.
Whereas this game kind of interests me in terms of it's different with the mechanics that they're bringing in.
Yes.
Yeah.
The idea that you can copy paste things, like you basically have these cool
Like
powers.
you're dropped into a sandbox and it's get from A to B, but you can do any way getting there.
Yeah,
right?
and that's what they've done. That's what Breath of the Wild had, right? Where it's you start off in a point and you can go anywhere.
I mean, you can even get the
Everywhere.
Master Sword at 4 hearts if you wanted to.
Yeah,
or whatever.
you could, right?
Some dude did it.
Yeah.
He just went straight to the Master Sword. Like, it's mine.
Yeah. I've seen that.
You could beat the game in like 25 minutes. Like if you just straight boss
That's
rush.
crazy.
Like,
Yeah.
You could just go straight to the boss, the final boss of the game, complete it, get the credits roll. And it's like, okay, cool. You could do whatever you want in this game. And that's what I like about games is the letting your imagination kind of build the game.
Yeah.
And it doesn't necessarily have to, it just has to have a good way of allowing you to use your own creativity in these levels and to go through this game.
Yeah, but there's the debate that I've been seeing is so one point that I made is the game didn't draw me in at first because I'm like, oh, other iterations of Zelda that we've had is, say, for example, in Super Smash, she's had like powers and stuff, and she can turn into Sheik. If I'm not mistaken, Hyrule Warrior, she had like a rapier, and she was like super like agile and badass. Breath of the Wild, she was fully into like magic, but this one we just have like a rod, and I was like, cool, okay, right? But again, the aspect of like, you need to get there, but you can do anyway. I was like, okay, I can understand, because if they just gave Zelda a sword and shield, it's like, okay, there's no real difference here, right? So
You can't do a copy.
you can't, right? And that was something I realized hindsight. I'm like, oh, this actually makes sense. But the biggest debate I've seen
There's
is,
different games that have done that.
Oh yeah.
yeah, oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Like you look at Tomb Raider, then they did Uncharted. That's what that was.
Literally,
Right?
right?
Like you had Doomslayer, there's Metroid.
Yeah.
Like,
Metroid then. Oh no, Doomslayer came before.
Yeah,
Metroid.
Yeah,
That's true.
right.
Yeah.
So the biggest debate I've seen is people, and I don't even know why this is a debate, but people aren't happy that you're playing as a girl for the first time.
Oh no!
And
no!
the worst
Fuck, dude! Fucking shit! A woman? You have to play as a woman? No! I can't do it! No! Not a female!
Why did I say anything?
Boobs and vagina, no!
The worst comment I saw is, I saw a...
okay?
I just had to get it out.
I swear I felt like you hurt yourself somewhere there.
No, I'm good.
How'd your hemorrhoids?
Your turn to Prince.
Let me check my diaper.
Yeah. One of the worst comments I saw is some guy literally said that. He's like, oh, playing as a girl. I'm like, this is fucking lame, XYZ. And I'm like, do you understand some of the games that we've had in the past couple of years have been led by a female and they've been wicked? We got Tomb Raider. We have Metroid, we have Horizon, we have a plethora of games that are female.
Only 3, huh?
Huh?
Can you name more?
I could, but I just don't really want to get into it.
I give him credit for naming 3. Honestly, that's a pretty big feat. Pulling them out of your top of your head is very different.
I was gonna say Stellar Blade, but I'm like, I don't know.
Hey, Stellar Blade, what do you mean? Stellar Blade's been doing well. They have sold like a shit ton of copies.
Okay, pardon me.
Yeah.
I did. My ignorance, I'm sorry. But my point is, I'm like...
Damn right, your ignorance.
I'm like, how can playing as a girl really be... really be a whole thing? But I digress. There's a new Zelda... but
Harley horse, man.
My pain, my arm. But one of my big things that I'm excited for is Metroid Prime 4. Because June 13th, 2017... Nintendo...
I've got thoughts on that game.
Nintendo announces Metroid Prime 4.
It looks weak.
And then, if I'm not mistaken, 5 years into that, they come out and say, hey, we're scrapping it. We're going to come back to it, XYZ.
They should scrap it again because it looks garbage, dude. I'm not even joking. Like, you made us wait 5 years to make it look like that?
So I think that's...
I have no argument in this race.
Well, I know you don't. I'll show you after. Like, I'll send you a clip of it. They made them wait 5 years for that. I was like, what the hell? And then when they started doing the blaster sounds, it sounded like a kid's Nerf gun.
Say.
I'm like, this badass hunter's got a pew, pew, pew.
I'm thinking that's like
this is worse than Mega Man. This is worse than Mega Man.
I have my own thoughts, so this is all him.
I don't know, man. You made them wait 5 years to put out an inferior product. I don't think it's going to do well. I think hype is going to build this game. Once people play it, they're going to be like, this is shit.
I'm hoping that's either A, played on the Switch, like that was test footage on the Switch, and B, it's test footage in alpha. So it's not even done
I don't think that's test footage. When have they ever shown test footage?
True. In terms
when
of
have they ever showed pre-alpha builds?
Nintendo, okay, yeah.
They never do.
Basically does what Apple does in a sense where they show you a fully flushed out product for the most part, except for Legends of Arceus, which was hot dog shit and we don't talk about it. But yeah, normally they put out like footage where it's like, hey, this is what you're going to be getting.
Yes.
Yeah.
They've never done that.
And that's fair.
And this is why I'm saying it looks bad. I don't know. I was expecting something a little bit more...
A bit more grand?
A little bit more like gritty and like real.
Yeah.
And it just looks cartoonish.
That's fair.
It looks cartoonish,
but
man.
Other than that,
like Dread, they did such a good job with Dread. How the fuck do you go from Dread to that?
Dread was so good.
Like, it baffles me.
Did you play Dread?
I played a bit of it. Yeah,
so good. Yeah,
but I still enjoyed Dread. I don't know what the fuck that was. I'm
fair.
sorry. Like, it looks like bad. It just looks bad, dude.
That's fair. Yeah.
So, what other games?
I mean, there was a lot of like random indies and JRPGs. Another one we got was Mario Party Jamboree. I know the last couple of Mario Parties have been a bit iffy. This one's going back to more of the root, the more fun of Mario Party.
Yeah, I feel like my problem with Mario Party is the Monopoly effect.
Yeah.
Where, you get into a game and now you have a 2-hour long game running. And it's like, okay, I don't really want a 2-hour long game.
That's fair. Yeah, yeah.
I want something that's quick and fast. And
your turn.
Hello Kitty Island Adventure is right up your alley then.
Hello Kitty Island Adventure.
Hell yeah.
Hello Kitty Island Adventure.
I'm not even gonna lie, Jane is probably gonna make me buy that game.
You should.
It's basically Animal Crossing meets Hello Kitty.
Yeah, it is.
Really?
100%.
Literally.
100%.
Literally.
Okay, send me a link for that.
Or like
send it to Jane.
Miitopia. Do you remember Miitopia?
Yeah,
it's like that, but the Hello Kitty.
Apparently, this was like a giant mobile game that everyone loves, and now it's on the Switch.
Yeah.
I'm gonna.
Are you getting the Hobbit one? Where it's
I might get the Hobbit one. I'm like, oh my god, this looks so cool.
same thing, but like it's set in like the Shire with hobbits and stuff, and I'm like, oh,
it's like a Lord of the Rings universe.
I'm like, something like that. But yeah,
okay, cool.
Jane would probably love the Hello Kitty one.
Oh, she 100% would. She's gonna make me buy it.
The cool thing about the Mario Party though is that the online mode is 20 person. It's
Ooh, that's
20
like
people.
That's big for Nintendo.
It's
They
called-
can't do more than 8 ever.
It's called, I think, the Coupathlon. But yeah, it's
Better than fucking Destiny. Destiny's only got 12 people.
but yeah, 20 people, and I'm like, that. Okay, hang on. 20 people sounds like yeah. So that, but yeah, it's going back to more of the roots, like more of like your turn, my turn, right? New maps, 2 returning maps, but it looks like it's going back to more fun. Because I did hear the last 2 were not the most.
Yeah,
fun.
I played a bit of what was it, 8? No, that's Mario Kart.
Mario Kart 8.
I can't remember the one that came out very early on the Switch, but
Super Mario Party.
Super Mario Party.
yeah.
I played a good amount of it actually, and honestly, yeah, my problem was it's hard to really dedicate your time to like a 2-hour board game.
No, Mario Party is like Mario Kart and Super Smash. Where when you have friends over, that's the game you play.
No,
it's not a
100%.
game you progress through, dude.
No, it's not a game. No, that's what I mean. When I was with my friends, it was a problem because, like, okay, let's say a Mario, like Super Smash, you guys play for like 5 minutes. Mario Kart, you play for like maybe, I don't know, 10.
Yeah.
Right? It's very, very short-paced games, and they're much quicker and more fun because not everybody wants to sit down and play a video game for 2 hours
That's
when you're
fair.
grouped, right?
Yeah.
Unless you're really into Super Mario Party, it's kind of tough. So something a bit quicker would be nice, and something a little bit more fun because I found it, even a lot of the rules and a lot of the stuff. It's very confusing.
I thought of you when they showed Dragon Quest.
Oh, dude. Yeah, so Square Enix
yeah.
is doing a whole remake for Dragon Quest 3. And then at the end of that, they're like, oh, we're also doing 1 and 2. I was like, what? How do you just
Apparently,
shovel that in there at the very end and be like, oh, it's not a big deal, but we're also redoing 1. I'm like, what?
apparently 3 is the first one, and then you play 1 and 2.
In terms of timeline, that's how it does go. Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah.
But yeah, I was just like that was just a little get in there. But we're also doing 1 and 2. I was like, okay, that's cool.
Yeah.
So we got those coming. They're doing Donkey Kong Country Returns as well.
Yes, sir.
Yep. Marvel vs. Capcom collection.
Ooh,
that's exciting.
Oh boy, bro, the memes I've seen of like Cyclops and Ryu dabbing each other up, I'm like, bro,
100%. I was like, there's so many memes about this. It's so cool. Yeah, that's those ones I'm looking forward to.
Yeah,
those ones are gonna be
the best one is like
good.
the picture of them dabbing each other, and it's like Ryu and then Scott fucking Summers. How you been? I'm like, oh boy, here we go. I don't know. You ever played like Marvel vs. Capcom?
No, I haven't played any Marvel vs. Capcom.
good.
It's just like turn off the brain and just hit buttons.
Yeah, that's what I've heard.
They had some really cool like super moves sets
Yeah,
and shit.
yeah.
My problem with fighting games is the fact that I need to actually dedicate time to get good at them because I'm hot dog shit at them, and I really just don't want to.
Hey, that's completely fair. man.
Like,
yeah.
Like I get
Marvel vs. Capcom is one of those games where you could literally button mash and
you probably-
shit will just happen.
Yeah,
Like
I did a special.
If you sit down to master combos, you'll be a god. But if you want to have fun, you could just button mash and you'll be fine.
See, I don't. That's the thing. I don't get enjoyment out of games unless I'm mastering them. And for me to get into fighting games, I'd have to really sit down and master them. But of course, I'm just so backlogged with games currently.
That's
I
fair.
Just, like, fighting games are almost the last thing on my list. I would enjoy getting into them, but it's just not my favorite.
I mean, that's fair. Mm-hmm. That's fair.
At least not right now. Maybe in the future.
Yeah. Other than that, like I don't want to get too into it because it was about like a week and a half ago. But like those are some of my favorite things. I'm sure you could just go watch the direct. And again, most of the games were either like indies or just random like RPGs. But yeah, it started off with
Like Farmagia.
Yeah. It's so weird.
Farmagia is basically Pokemon, but they look cool.
It's just
Sick.
But like the way you get them is just weird because
You know what game we need to go and play is Pal World. I still really want to.
Power got an
Coming to
update.
PlayStation.
I'm waiting.
Yeah,
Once
it
the
is
moment-
coming to
the moment
PlayStation.
It does come to PlayStation. I'm down to play.
Yeah.
Because I really, you know what? I'm not really.
Wait till it hits
PC
PS
right
Plus. It's gonna be a PS Plus game
now. It
guaranteed.
100% will.
Yeah. Oh, and then 4 games got announced for Nintendo Switch Online: Link to Four Swords, Metroid Zero Mission, and then Nintendo Switch Online Mature got added with Turok and Perfect Dark, which is very odd.
Turok.
Yeah.
Dude, I haven't played that in forever. That was like PS2 era. That was one of the first games. Dude, I remember playing Turok when I was a kid. I was terrified.
Turok was like,
I was like
yeah.
7 or 8 years old, and you see raptors running at you. You're like,
oh my god. Yeah. But yeah, that got added. I've been enjoying playing the older games more than just like newer games. It's been a lot of fun. The controls for Perfect Dark and Turok are a bit odd because they were designed for the N64 controller.
Yeah.
So to play them with the Switch, I'm like, how the fuck do I turn? Right.
Yeah,
So it's
Shit, if we're just going to be announcing what's coming on to like gaming platforms, PlayStation Plus just dropped for July, NHL 24, Borderlands 3, and Among Us.
Borderlands 3.
damn.
Yeah.
I'm in.
Damn.
Borderlands 3, I will be getting again and playing it through on the PlayStation.
But
for
anyway,
sure.
that's the highlights. Again, you can go watch the full thing. Those are some of my favorite things, but let me know in the comments what your favorite things are. But that is a lineup for PlayStation. Wow.
Yeah.
I think that's a good stepping off point.
think so.
Yeah, okay.
We're getting a little bit.
Yeah, you have to be.
And I gotta dip out pretty soon, but
to hemorrhoid stuff.
hemorrhoid stuff. Yay! But
Internally.
Internally, hemorrhoid stuff.
thank you, Sack Squad, for watching another episode of the PodSack Podcast. We love it when you guys come and comment, like, subscribe. So please do those things more.
That Nav guy commented on our on one of our videos again.
Now
He's the only man. That man is gonna win.
he's winning.
Once we hit 100,
Year
he's
5
gonna.
Luffy pops.
He's the only one.
Now.
Hey.
Yeah.
Nav, how you been, dog?
So yeah, we're happy. We're getting. We have one loyal subscriber.
Yeah.
We're hoping to get some more. So
One is all we need. One's all we need to take over the world.
please share this with your friends, and of course, please like, comment, subscribe. Like I said before, we will see you next week with another fun-filled episode.
Yes, sir.
Thank you guys for watching the PodSack Podcast.
Peace.
Peace.